There we go. Finally got this thing working. If anybody's in the chat and can hear me, let me know. Anybody's in the chat and can hear me, let me know. Hello, hello. Got anybody in the chat? Looks like it's going to be an easy build. Definitely different than anything I've built before on the other 70 plus cabs. But I think in a good way, since there really doesn't seem to be a lot of pieces overall. As you can see, got a couple of small pieces down there. You got the two main pieces right there, and then just a couple boards over here. Other than that, it's not that bad. I'll try to angle this down so you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Ah, I got some nice screw cap covers. Glad they're starting to include those in a lot of these builds now. All right. Everything looks good so far. Anybody has any questions for me about this or any of my other cabs, just let me know. Yes, I have. I think this is number 71 for arcade 1UPs. And then about 6 or 7 other cabinets that are not arcade 1UP related. And if I haven't told anybody yet, yes, I did order the Venom limited edition full-size pinball, which should be here next month. Pretty nice kick plate. Turn that around for you. It's like Hello? Hello? Yes, I know it works. Solid piece right here. It's pretty good. Lay this over here. All right. If I can get anybody else to join. E2 is equal. Anybody there? Anybody alive in the chat? Probably not. That's okay. Bill will definitely be a new one. Me too. Definitely different than I'm used to. G2. What is this? M2? Hmm. Mess that up. Make more sense now? E1. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's supposed to go all the way through. Alright. M2. There was nothing on the other side of this. Check that out. Yeah. Wish they would be more forthcoming about that. Let's see. Get this in correctly. Anybody out there? I'll just put this piece together. Yeah. Works for me. Good. And good. Alright, so this first piece is a little funky, but it's not too bad. Let's get the other pieces. Alright. Let's grab some of these smaller pieces here. My back sure doesn't miss building all these. 2, 3. Alright, let's grab 2 L's and 2 P's. Here's the P's. And there's the L's. Alright, we need 8 wooden dowels, and they all intersect with each other. Oh, this one's a tight fit. Say. I got somebody commented. Let's take a peek. Ow. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, Time Crisis will be here. I think it said shipping out by September 30th. Or no, October 30th, I think. With that in mind, they may release it somewhere else like Best Buy and get a newer release date. And if that's the case, I'm going to cancel the Shop Hippo order and go ahead and get it, just like I did with this Casinocade, except I did that through Wayfair. So, but yeah, Time Crisis is on the way, and also I pre-ordered the Venom limited edition pinball, so that's coming as well. So not many people know about that because I literally just did it. And that will be here sometime next month as well. I'm probably going to put it right where that Legends pinball machine is sitting over there in the corner. That's where my last real pin was at anyways. All right. Yeah, if you have any questions about any of the cabs that I have, I think I'm at, like I said, this is number 71 for Arcade 1UP and 77 overall, including the other ones. So Venom will be 78. All right, let's go ahead and get some more wooden dowels in here. Yeah, glad you can hear me. Like I said, this is my first time doing a live. I'm using my laptop because it's the only thing I can really get down here and get building when I'm down in the arcade. So otherwise I'd have to be upstairs on the computer. Hopefully you can hear and see pretty well. All right. Let me get this L all done. Such a interesting build on this one. It's definitely not something that I am used to building, so I need to make sure I don't mess this thing up. Oh. Awesome. Thanks, man. Didn't expect really to see too many people on here anyways. It was just kind of a last minute thing. I didn't expect to go live, but I didn't want to miss the chance at building this. I know a lot of people are interested in seeing how the Casinocade looks when it's all done, and figured I'd just throw a live on here while I'm building it. I got to build it anyway, so. All right. Let's see. It's really particular about certain ways the screws have to go in. Just got to make sure. Usually the sticker is faced inward, so. But overall, I mean, this probably won't take me that long. I mean, I'm definitely taking my time here, so I don't mess up, but, you know, compared to the other ones, especially the ones with the risers, which I can't stand because the riser is like a build in itself, this really doesn't look that bad because most of what you have is already built in your control deck and that huge top right there, so really not bad at all. All right. Sure I got this thing on here right. Something doesn't want to go in. If you ever have a screw that doesn't want to go in, it's always because the inside screw is not lined up, which I can tell this one's a little bit crooked. We'll get me a flathead. And always make sure those little inside screws are lined up perfectly, because they do not want to budge if they're crooked in any way. So it should go right in now. Is the key word. This one's still being a pain. Sure, it's Move it up a little bit more. Yeah, there's some kind of resistance on this one. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta mess around with it, and eventually the screw will get in there all the way. Alright. You're just basically encasing this thing. You're going to looks like the dowels go into the actual unit itself. Sorry, I can't see this far. Let me check. 22nd arcade 1UP, 5 full sizes in the garage, along with 1 pinball. Nice, man. What pinball do you got? My last real pin was the Valley Theater of Magic, and I miss it still. I wish I never got rid of it, but I played it like crazy, and it was awesome. Just no way to get Lars. Yeah, I hear you. That's kind of going to be my situation at my next house. I'm actually going to be moving in a couple months, and I'm a little concerned as to where I'm going to put all these arcades. Luckily, like I said, the arcade 1UPs fit. They're not that heavy. You can get them into rooms and this and that, but those full sizes, over 200 pounds, can't really do much with them. They got to go in the garage or roll them in down floor. And the pinball as well. It's just such a pain. My full sizes that I have right now are the Road Ride 4x4, which is like a Mario Kart off-road kind of game, and 19-in-1 JAMA cabinet that I have out in the garage as well, along with a bunch of game room items, and the pinball that's coming later, which I'm going to put that in this room to keep it nice and clean and air conditioned. It gets a little dirty out in the garage sometimes. That's where all the old arcade 1UPs should go, out there in the garage. All the Gen 1s, in my opinion. But I pretty much hit my space limit. I got maybe 4 or 5 spots left in the garage total. This mother-in-law suite down here is pretty full already, so there's definitely no more room in this space. So, all right, back to here. Yeah, 22, man, that's pretty awesome. When I moved in this house, I probably had around, I want to say 20 to 30. So I've definitely doubled it in size, at least over double, since I've been here, just because I had the space. And I actually did consider selling them at many times, multiple points, but I don't know, I just couldn't come around to doing it yet. I like having the different variety of cabinets, even a lot of the reskins. A lot of the people that come over, they tend to gravitate towards games that they are used to seeing and playing back in the time that they, you know, played them, either whether it's an 80s game, 90s game, or whatever. So it's definitely good nostalgia for me. They're pretty cheap. You know, everybody says, oh, you should just buy full sizes. I mean, yeah, I would love to just keep buying full sizes, and I will continue to buy full sizes as I see them, but they got to go in the garage, and they got to be have space. And the ones that I have, I mean, they're not like brand new. I mean, those new ones are pretty expensive, so. But yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely get a few more pins after Venom. From what I've seen online, it looks pretty cool. And I will be doing a video for that as well when I get that set up. All right, this piece is done, whatever that is. Let's see. Thunderblade. Sounds cool. Royal Rumble Pinball. I think I played that one before. Yeah, man. Keeping it in the garage is sucks, especially over here when the pollen time comes. My garage is not fully enclosed, so it has these little slats that let pollen in sometimes, and bugs, this and that. And I've been wanting to close it off, but I mean, I'm not going to live here much longer, so it just kind of dirties things up. So you got to kind of go out there and clean them and make sure they're okay, boot them up once in a while. But overall, I mean, they are doing pretty good out there so far. None of them have died, or in the heat that we've had here in South Carolina, it's been about 90, 100 degrees sometimes, so they've been doing okay out there. All right, next piece is O. Some E's. Sending sticker down. Man, this is such a unique piece. It's nothing like anything that they've given us before. Are you planning on getting the Casinocade as well? Oh, nice, Florida. That's actually where I'm going to be moving here in a couple months. Down in the central Florida area, roughly. What part of Florida are you in? Let me just pop in. Fort Myers, nice. I'm actually considering going down like near the Tampa area. I've seen some nice places out in Fort Myers, cost of living wise. I mean, it's Florida, but I am considering all options. Most of my family's down in the Orlando, Daytona Beach area. It's probably where I'll end up, unless a job takes me out to Tampa. Gotta go easy on these screws, otherwise you'll get it in too much and it won't lock up. Yeah, space is always an issue. Ideally for me, if I can find a place that has a mother-in-law suite similar to this, or a basement, which Florida, we don't really have basements down there. Most likely I'm going to look at probably getting a big garage. I've seen some houses that have some really large 6-car garages or barns or warehouse type buildings. I mean, that would be ideal because I can load that thing up with everything that I have down here and add more. So that'll be the plan. But unfortunately, if I keep collecting 1-ups like this, I'm gonna have to start getting rid of some. And the ones that are gonna have to go are probably gonna be the Gen 1s and a lot of the reskins that I already have. Like Mortal Kombat, Pac-Man. I probably got like 6 Pac-Mans. I don't even know anymore. They keep re-releasing all these same skins, and now they got Galaga and the Pac-Man XL, and all of these things keep coming back out over and over again. So, yep, eventually it's going to get to a point where I cannot continue doing that unless I have a very large warehouse type space. I may just have to buy a place and open up my own business, but just fill the house, man. There you go. Yeah, definitely. I definitely would not consider putting A1UPs in any business type situation, because we all know how long they would last out in a commercial type environment. So definitely wouldn't do that. You would have to change all your buttons, all your sticks. You'd have to glue them down so nobody steals them. I mean, I've seen some out there in the wild at some bars, but almost everyone that I've seen out there is either broken or the back tops are missing. Um, it's just not an enjoyable experience. I mean, unless you're in like a barber shop or something, I could see that, but I definitely wouldn't put it in a bar of any kind. I mean, people are going to be rough with that thing. So I would probably just stick with full sizes, and who knows, maybe I'll open up a little Dave and Buster's or Barcade down there somewhere. So, all right, let me get some of these pieces in here. Got a video game shot down here, so oh, really? Video game shop, I'm assuming you said? Live ears. Sorry, there's a little button thing in the way. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was actually born in Miami. That's where some of my family's still at. Most of them's over in Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale area. My brother's still down in Miami. Don't really have too many on the west side. I'm more of the east side. In South Florida, I mean, I know it's pretty pricey down there, especially cost of living, stuff like that, but nice place to visit sometimes. Wouldn't mind going down to Fort Myers and checking it out though. I mean, every time I look, there's always nice homes out there. They all have screened-in pools, either waterfront, which is actually something I am going to be getting here soon. Is a boat. Which one that is, I don't know, but it's going to be some kind of mini yacht is what I'm looking for. I don't know the actual term for it, but it's definitely not cheap. But it's not as expensive as a real yacht either. So who knows? Maybe I'll have I'll throw some arcades on a boat and see what happens. Most likely it'll just all fall apart, but that'd be interesting, huh? Have an arcade party boat. It's actually a good idea now that I think about it. Shit. I'm the first to do it. Alright, we got G. Sorry, I gotta keep looking over here. Hurricane Irma. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually was in Hurricane Andrew when that happened, down in 92. I think I have a t-shirt still. Blew our roof right off. Pool table and all. Pretty nasty. I've been through so many hurricanes though. I mean, those are like perfect hurricane party time, so. Alright, let's get this big old piece here. Assuming this is gonna need to be on the bottom. We got 2Bs. Yeah. So we need to line this up. So now these. Oh, that's interesting. That isn't lining up at all. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. So wooden dowels in the middle, screws on the end. I'm wondering. If this is the right piece. There's really no spot to put the wooden dowels. In here. I mean, I must be going crazy, but there's no holes where the wooden dowels are coming out of, so I'm gonna have to figure this out. Now, I have had situations during all my builds where the piece that I was trying to put on was actually labeled incorrectly, so it's possible that could be happening. Or I could be an idiot and this thing's upside down because I saw the line here thinking it's lining up to the line on the bottom, but it's actually, there's another line on top, so yeah, that's exactly what was wrong. There we go. Now it's lined up. Oh, my back hates me for this. I think there's about 7 cabs left that I gotta get that are coming up soon. Well, soon within a few months. It's likely I probably won't get them until after I move in October. So we'll see what happens. I may have to adjust my shipping address. But I really hope that damn pinball comes before I move. So I definitely want to test that out. It's like another issue with the screw. There we go. See what you got here. Casino boats? Nah, true. 15 minutes on the beach. Yeah, I remember Irma. That was a pretty nasty one. I actually remember the storm, I think it was 2004, where we had like 3 hurricanes hit us all at once. Or like 2 and then 1 right after. Alright. And we got, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. 2Ks. Now this looks a little familiar. Just like the other ones. We got K in the middle. And the K on top. And then you got that big box that I made over there. Goes all the way on the top. It's not even telling me to screw it in yet. 4 Bs. Alright, let's do those real quick. Well, thanks for joining me, James. Now there ain't too many people on my subscribe. I don't do too often videos, but I will be doing more now that I'm done with some school and some work that I've been doing lately. So hopefully I'll be putting on some more videos for you guys. Alright, let me grab this big box. So this one has 2 screws and lines right up over here. Perfect. There's fuzzies. Kind of like building a box. Now that you think about it, just a reinforced box. There you go. Rolling through it now. We have flip over. I'm trying to speed this operation up here because my back is not enjoying this. Alright. So this piece Make sure I'm in the right. They always flip around their directions, and it makes it a little confusing sometimes. All right, so this one's going to go over here. Just line right up in this. There we go. As best as you can. Assuming there should be some kind of gap. Charlie, Katrina, yep. Now we don't barely have any hurricanes anymore. Jeez, I remember the hurricane, maybe it was Irma, the one that destroyed, man, what was it? Yeah. It was that hurricane that destroyed that whole town near Tampa. Maybe it was Irma, but it just blasted through and just destroyed everybody. It's horrible. All right, let's get this top piece on and flip this a little higher. This one requires 6 bees. Man, this thing's like already almost done. It's pretty wild. Not used to that. I know some people can get these things built in like 30 minutes, but if I did that, I would probably be exhausted. But I like taking my time making sure it's done right. Anyways. I can have a drink. Ian. Yeah, I think Ian's the one. I can't remember the name of that city, but it just completely destroyed it. It was so bad. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've been actually living down there. I was there about 5 years ago, and then work took me everywhere else. But luckily, I got a nice remote job now that allows me to work from anywhere, and now I can be back home, back in a good Sunshine State with no state taxes, which I am most definitely looking forward to. Always exciting when you get to this stage. You put the box together, and you know you're getting pretty close to being done. Unless you have a riser cab, and then you're like, oh crap, I gotta build a riser now. Woohoo! I actually used to just build those risers first so that I would be more excited as I got through building it. Alright, we're gonna pull this thing up. As you can see, already looking pretty good. And it wants me to put on the back side already. Look at that. I guess there ain't nothing to put inside of there. See if I can roll this up a little higher. Yep, Port Charlotte, that was the place. Alright, let's there we go. No, this is right. 3 E's. Putting on the back already. Which means that there's nothing to put inside of this box. I'm going to be putting this Casinocade right next to my Pachizlo slot machine and coin pusher. Which means I'm going to have to find a new spot for my popcorn machine that I never use anyways. Reminds me, I'm actually looking for a claw machine. If I ever see a real Zoltar out in a while, grab him too, but I think I have an idea for the claw machine. Saw one for about 1,000. Not too big, but looks like it's pretty good. Alright. Let's oh, I'm so glad I'm standing up now. Man, this stinks. So now that I got the whole base built pretty much, all that's left is get the topper, the control deck, and the actual unit itself all put together. Which, it's not too bad. It kind of reminds me of the A1UP build. Build that whole bottom piece, and then you work on building the top piece. So let's go ahead and start this guy. Oh yeah, good old Zoltar. He doesn't do much. He's not really considered an arcade game, but just having him would be pretty cool. It may scare some people at night. They see him out there with his eyes glowing. But I would love to have a Zoltar. And I'm actually waiting on my Zoltar New Wave toys. That little animatronic should be here sometime by the end of this year. I'll get it. Yeah, Zoltar. I mean, I love redemption games as they are anyways. That's why I got the coin pusher. Not many people consider them arcade stuff, but I do. Anything that even resembles it, really, in my opinion. But I would like to get some more redemption style games, claw machines, um, those kinds of things. You'd be surprised how many kids that would enjoy that kind of experience, especially in a home arcade. Which honestly, out of the 70 to 80 cabs that I have, anytime I have game nights and they have kids or anybody just in general comes over, they're not playing the arcades really. They're playing the air hockey, the skee ball, the basketball. They're playing all the game room things, which, it's understandable. They are fun, but it just kind of goes to show you how arcades themselves are really just just a niche really that is thankfully coming back. Maybe in part to Stranger Things, I don't know. But I'm glad it's starting to come back a little bit. Pretty much the 80s in general and 90s. All right. Oh, nice. USB enabler. Big. Yeah, that's a good one. So the USB, you're talking about the iArcade, right? The custom arcade enabler? Did you get on batch 1 or 2? Actually put in my request to get on batch number 3, which should be coming out, they said, this week. So hopefully I'll get in on that. I got in a little late. All right. Next up is this pretty hefty piece here. It actually is all one piece. I didn't have to build any of this. Let me get you up here so you don't have to see my feet. Yeah, this is all one unit. This is the control deck, actually. But it's nice that they built it in to all of these other pieces so you don't actually have to build it. And it's got all that stuff in there. So, pretty nice. Go ahead and do this stuff. That was pretty seamless. I didn't have to do any screws like I normally do on these control decks that require you to pull all the that saran wrap stuff off or whatever. Alright. So we need to alright. So I'm going to move this off of here because we got to put those two pieces together. So I'm just going to move it out of the way completely. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't messed with my arcade. I mean, I've turned it on, but I haven't done anything to it since they shut down the store. So I'm just kind of waiting for the USB enabler so that I can actually test out some more games on it. All right. Let's see. Not to get in there too much. All right. So this one, why is this big piece here? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the screen in use. I mean, yeah, it's not a full-size screen, but I mean, it's not meant to be really. They could have made it a little bigger, but I don't know. Maybe there was something with the screen sizes couldn't get. Price, who knows? We'll see how it looks when it's turned on, though. All right. Make sure I'm using the right screw here. 4 C's, 4 windows. All right, so Topper, get you on first. So it looks like you just connect this, which is funny because this is actually how I connected the Topper to my coin pusher, 365. It has like a little connector that comes straight out of the top here, and you just kind of tuck it in, which this one doesn't tuck in, but let's go ahead and get this on here. A little bit tighter. So you excited about Time Crisis? From what I've seen on the reviews, they look pretty nice with the slides and everything on the guns. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is the white space that the Sinden light guns require, causing it to be like 15 inches instead of 17 inches, which in reality they should have gave us a 19 inch from the get-go. Because if that was a 19 inch, then we would at least have 17 inches of shooting space. So, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I personally like using my monitor up there on top of the Legends pinball to do all my shooting games because that screen's pretty big. I think it's a 20 something inch. And I just shoot it at the light bar on top, and it works out pretty good for Time Crisis, Point Blank, and all of those. But it'll be cool having a skin cab, you know, exclusively just for that, for the people that don't know how to navigate the Legends UI. So, all right. This piece needs to go on top of the base. And it's going to need a bunch of screws popped in there after it. Oh, that cannot stand up. Almost. All right. Definitely not doing this right. There we go. Get the wooden dowels here. And just pop it on top. And then when I get down to Florida, my grandmother, mom, dad, all my family is gonna love this arcade. Well, it's not really an arcade, but we sure will like playing slots since they do it on their computers anyways. Alright. We need 3 on each side. But who knows? I mean, I may actually enjoy playing this. I do enjoy slots. They're not considered arcades, but I enjoy anything that can go in a game room. And I actually enjoy pachinko machines too, which I used to have a bunch, but I got rid of them. And I plan on getting a couple more, or at least one more, a real nice newer one. Not one of the old versions from like the 70s. But I like pachinko, I like pachizlo, all the Japanese stuff they got over there. Alright. Got these down. Oops, sorry. Trying to catch up. Yeah, the small screen. I think you get used to it after a while. It's not meant to be a full size, or not full size, but normal arcade 1-up screen. But we'll see. WrestleMania. That would be fun. You like a lot of the wrestling games, huh? Time Crisis. House of the Dead. I mean, I play House of the Dead on my my Legends. I don't know if you get a good look at it, but the monitor that I have just mounted over there, I use my my guns to shoot at it. And I play House of the Dead all the time on there. It's fun, as well as Time Crisis, Area 51. We really should get an Area 51 Maximum Overdrive shooter. That'd be cool. They could probably add that on a couple of the shooting games. I don't see why it wouldn't be such a big deal. But I like the setup. I mean, I have the 2. I think those are aim tracks. They're not Sindens, but they work pretty well. They got the recoil on them. And anytime I want to do a shooting game, I'll play it over there. But I also got my Big Buck Hunter and Terminator 2 behind me. So I actually also have the B Kong mod for the Starcade on my Star Wars now, so I can play some of the shooting games using the yoke on that one. But unfortunately, I never got a iArcade Gold, which I'm kind of glad I did now because you can't really do much with it. But I was trying to snag one before they went out of business. But I'm glad we got the USB enabler for the OG, so I can at least do something with that. So, all right, on to the next section here. We gotta plug some cords in. Pretty much everything connects down below. Yep, parents definitely will love the casino. All right, let's see what we got down here. I don't want to put it on too much pressure on that topper. Oh, they got it all zip tied. Wonderful. All the cords that you need are bundled together down here. Definitely some, you got 2 ribbon cables. That's neat. And you got a power marquee audio probably. I wonder what the other ribbon cable is for. Alright, make sure I put this in right. It's kind of has such a weird way of getting these ribbon cables in here. It's like way down in there. Like recessed. So it's like almost not even sure that it's fully in, but I think it is. Definitely don't want to bend any of these pins though. I would say this is a lot more stiff than the traditional ribbon cables going in because these actually have male heads sticking out. So definitely want to be careful putting that in. I'm sure somebody could bend a pin in the process. But overall, not too terrible. And it's already time to put it on the base. So I'm going to try to raise it up. Retromania, yeah, I got it on there as well. Yeah, they closed that thing quick. I actually had a couple of the games that Team Encoder put on there as well. And then once they started to take them off, I cut it off instantly, and I was able to keep some of them. But most of them, including Circus Interstellar, are gone now. But for, I would imagine, only temporarily. Till we get that USB enabler. Hopefully that works out pretty good for you. All right. It looks like it just sits on here. Make sure I line it up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just like a bar top right on top of it. It's 4 Bs. I'm pretty much done already. Just that one last panel to go. Definitely the easiest build I've ever done for Arcade 1UP. All right. Good thing they gave you screw caps because there are so many on the sides here. It would look ugly without them. Unfortunately, they are not color coded. I think they're all black. That's better than nothing though. All right. So it looks like the last step is putting the screw cap covers. I'm gonna flip this around just a hair. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I swapped the marquees on the T2 as well. It was awful. The Big Buck Hunter Pro, I got the light put on that one. I was gonna do KI on my OG, but I got KI Pro, so I don't really care as much. If I ended up getting rid of one, it'll definitely be the OG since I already have the Pro. Alright. So we got these two screws. Yeah, that looks like it's it. I don't think there's anything that goes underneath here. You could probably add some things. I mean, this is pretty easy access. Roll this around so you can see. Nice little opening. I mean, easy access to the ribbon cables and this if you ever have to. I mean, all it is just a little panel with 2 screws here. So, not bad. Definitely did really good with the overall design of this, being that it's a unique custom build. Turn this down a little bit. I mean, other than the screw cap colors, I don't see anything else. So what I like to do is plug this thing in and let it boot up, get online. And while that's all happening, I'll put the screw cap covers in, making sure it works. That is what I'm going to do for this guy. Just need some more room. I can plug this in over here. One thing I'm lacking is outlet space. I have so many things plugged into everything. Well, definitely wasn't long enough for that. I'll have to get it a little closer. Flip some things around. Let's move where y'all can see it. And when I say all, I mean you, James, because there ain't nobody else here. Ah, of course it's on the other side. We are going to move you a bit closer. That reaches. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to turn off the blue light so you don't get a reflection. All right, moment of truth. See if we plugged in everything correctly. Not a good sign so far. While that's thinking, oh, it looks like it's booting up like a computer. Ha! Nice. Yeah, my plug space is limited, and I have on each plug I have like an outlet that has like 6 plugs and some USBs too, and it's still crowded. All right, so one thing to keep in mind: this took a significant amount of time to boot up, so I was a little worried that it was a dead PCB, because that has happened to me before. But it looks like it is good now. You just got to give it a few minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi real quick without unplugging myself. Oh crap, how do you navigate this thing? Let's see. Holy flashing lights. Oh my gosh, it's a touchscreen. I'm an idiot. I'm so used to not. Oh man. Oh, I just turned it off. Or actually, my plug came out. See, I'm so used to not having touchscreens that the thing I was totally not expecting, and I was trying to navigate with the stupid buttons. I'm gonna come around the other way. Give me some more room here. Let's see if it takes that long to boot up again. That'll be interesting. Raised up. Oh. You talking about this one right here? This guy? It is raised. I didn't have to actually install that one. It's definitely booting up a while. There we go. Pretty loud though. May scare my grandma. I have to turn that thing down. All right, I'm gonna try not to unplug it this time. All right, touch screen. This is actually pretty handy. Put my Wi-Fi in here. Okay, 1UP Casinocade, like that. Downloading the lobby. Should have enough space here. Yeah, hopefully the flashing doesn't cause anybody to have seizures, but... Oh yeah, I need to create an account. I wonder if it's... Why is it not asking me for my RK1UP code, unless this is not one of those that does it? Yeah, let's see, move that over here. Oh wait, no, there we go. I already have an account. See, it wants you to sign in without having your QR code, so that kind of sucks. I was hoping to just do the little scan feature. Oh, my back is killing me. Every time I build one of these things. Let's see if it actually recognizes my Arcade1Up account. Invalid login. Well, I guess it doesn't. It allows me to copy my email though. So let me try and create an account. You may have to create a new account on these things. Handle. Let's see. Every time I try to put a handle on these things, they say they're not available. But with it being a Casinocade, I don't think there's anything else like it, so I may be okay. Oh yeah. Subscribe. Create. Yeah, you got to create a whole new account. It didn't recognize my Arcade1Up account, and you got to verify your email. Interesting. The email comes from an @1upcasinocade.com. So it's definitely something they set up just for it. I mean, it's completely different. All right, it is ready. Looks like. Let's see if I can safely turn this around without breaking anything. Turning it off. There we go. Oh yeah, Fast and Furious. Got two of them over there. Those things were a pain. All right. Looks like all of these games are locked. I know people said you had to unlock them and play to unlock kind of deal, which is interesting. I'll have to play through and see how long it takes to unlock everything, but let's just go ahead and do the big wheel spin. Ooh, the top leaderboard. Number 1 is your mom. Ha! Oh, you got to download it first. It's kind of like the Infinity game table I got out there. While that's downloading, I'm going to get these screw cap covers. Somewhere in all this trash over here. Play with it. That thing's downloading pretty slow. You have just one Fast and the Furious? You ever gonna link up another one? I only got 2 linked up right now, straight to the the router with a wire. Yeah, more Casinocade. Probably. I mean, they did have some other renders, if I remember correctly, of different kinds of like slot, different renders. I mean, it wasn't just Wheel of Fortune. They had a couple other versions. I don't know if they're going to scrap them, or maybe they're going to save those for the future reskins, like they did with Pac-Man and everything else. So Pac-Man out of here. I mean, I may buy the. I mean, I'm going to buy them. I'm a collector, but I wouldn't mind seeing that Pac-Man XL from Costco because, you know, XL, in my opinion, I think they should just make an XL and Deluxe combination. Get rid of the riser, have the 19-inch screen BOE. You can call it Deluxe if you want, but I mean, XL I think is the way to go. That's the future of these machines here. That's just my opinion. Maybe they are just saving it for next year or later when they're like, hey, I have an idea. Instead of XL or Deluxe, we'll wait a while and then we'll release an XL Deluxe Pro Edition. Might as well actually add all three of them. Because if you have an XL Deluxe Pro, I mean, you can't beat that, right? But no, they got to release one or the other. Because it'll just cost them too much to make it, and every cab they sell will be over $1,000, which honestly, at this rate, I think all of their new cabs are going to go for $1,000 probably in a couple years. I mean, we're already at $750 now. And they were so excited to tell us, oh, only $750. But I was not excited to launch $750 on my money on time prices today. Especially when I can already play it on some of my other cabinets. And of course, they'll drop the price again. Maybe 50, $100. They'll wait till a promo comes out or whatever. Christmas time. Or they'll sell out like Ridge Racer did, and then the values will go up even more because everybody was freaking out. They missed out. But I don't think they're going to sell out. I mean, unless they put some crazy mods for it, which Buy Stuff may, you know, very well do, or we'll just have to wait and see. So many screw caps. Still have more. I'm going to turn this around so I can get a better look at it. Sorry, I'm catching up now. The table? Yeah, the Infinity Game Table. I mean, honestly, that's actually something else that all of my friends and stuff that come over here do want to play the Infinity Game Table. I mean, we played a good game of Risk together last time, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's just a big tablet, but it's very handy having legs. I actually have it out in the garage, and it's been holding up. I got a cover on it, but it's been doing pretty well. I have it out there with some like lawn chairs surrounding it, and it's pretty decent. I think it's definitely worth quite a bit. I mean, it is a giant tablet, so you got to imagine. But they got to keep releasing some more games. I heard they released Wheel of Fortune. I haven't booted that thing up for quite some time because I don't really go on it unless I have other people over. But I don't know. Some people are like, it's not really considered arcade-ish either, but it is definitely a game room thing, and kids really like it for sure. And a lot of my friends do as well. When they start adding some more adult-themed games, it definitely helps as well. Ticket to Ride and all that. But I think my favorite on there is Risk. for sure. I think I got all the screw caps finally on here. So let me go ahead and turn this back around. Press any button to return to the game. So there's your really, I would say, boring a track screen. This is probably the worst one I've ever seen. It literally just says press any button to return to the game, and it just bounces around like an old Windows machine. So maybe they'll update that, because that was awful. But it's pretty cool. It has a little screen up here. This screen doesn't need to be that big. The topper is really not that bright. It doesn't need to be, because any brighter it probably would hurt your eyes at this level. It's definitely very flashy. I mean, these things are pretty bright. Press the coin in button. Let's turn this thing up a little bit. No, I already won. Look at that. Nice. It actually has the lines like it does on my slot as well. Which, speaking of that, let's see if I can bring you around. Yeah, $1,000, man. The KI Pro XXL. Hold on. Hopefully this doesn't cut you off. Sorry, I just unplugged my battery. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm just gonna bring you around. There's the KI Pro right here. I mean, it does look nice. I'm glad I got it. I'll definitely be keeping that. I like the feeling of the joysticks. I just noticed. No? Okay. I thought there was something with that. All right. I actually have my bit LCD and bit pixel connected as well. So as you navigate through this, you got it showing up on both of them. And I actually just did the update and it didn't break anything from what I could see. Let's go ahead and load CoinOps X and make sure. It looks like it's good. Here's the fast cabs. I got no more room for, but my next place, if I have room, I will definitely get 2 more to hook them up together. And all the cabs, I always put the lighted coin doors on as well. So, let me just bring you around here. I ain't got nothing turned on right now, but you can kind of see what I have going on in this room. This room is pretty full. It's a small little bedroom. Got my little jukebox over here. Here we got the coin pusher, my little patchy slot, and then we got the popcorn machine, which is going to go away once I put this Casinocade here. And it looks like CoinOps X is working. Thankfully, I thought the update could possibly break something. Go over here and move this trash out of the way. Got my Ridge Racer, Outrun, Tron, a little New Wave Space Ace on top. Oh, and don't forget, I got the baby cades. Technically, I actually did count the baby cades in my collection. They really should be half, not 1, but I don't know. Kids love them, so I guess they can count as a cabinet. I actually don't have any head-to-head cabinets yet, but I do plan on getting some later. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on Star Wars now that I got this thing all hooked up. I love the intro on this thing. Once it gets booted up here. Yeah, it came out pretty good. B did pretty good putting this together. And the playlist, I'll probably add some more games to it in a little while. I got a couple games that I'm eyeing to add to this thing, but it definitely came out good. I love the light up buttons all over the place and everything. I want to get the mod to put the things around the edges here. And I have my little hidden keyboard up top here as well. Alright, I'm going to turn that off before YouTube gets mad at me for the sounds of Star Wars. And of course, we got Buck Hunter Terminator and my V pins over here, kind of all in the way. My goodness, this thing is loud over here. I'm going to turn that down just a hair. I'm going to try and take you out in the garage and see if the service will allow me to stream out there. Ain't nothing turned on, but you should be able to see something. As you can see, we got a bunch of old cabs right here. There's my other Star Wars. I'm not modding that one. That's the new anniversary edition that they just released. OGKI. And you got NBA Jam Shack. There's so many NBA jams. I don't know what I'm going to do with the next 30th edition of it. Got these guys here. And then there's the full-size Road Riot. This thing's heavy. Works pretty good. It's got a nice Atari yoke here with the pedal. So pretty fun game. Here's my atomic air hockey table. It's pretty fun. One of my favorite things out in the game room is this guy right here. It's the basketball. People love this thing. And let me see if I can. I don't know if you could see. I'm going to try and shine a light, but this is the Infinity game table with the 4 chairs around it. Nice little spot in the garage for it. We got Golden Axe, all the deluxe cabs, Mortal Kombat, Pac-Man, 81. I got Ninja Turtles over there. Shuffleboard right there. Gotta watch out for spiders out here. They love the garage. Got some older cabs over here. Definitely some Gen 1s over here. This is my 19-in-1 JAMA cab. Was a poker machine that's been converted. And we got the skee ball, dartboard. Forgot about that one. And then foosball right here. And then I got a bunch of outdoor games like cornhole, things like that. But just a quick tour of the garage. Hopefully you all were able to see that. I don't know how good the service is out there, but I'm back. Force feedback. Actually, if I remember correctly, the Ridge Racer feedback was a little bit better. It's very subtle on Fast and the Furious, but it's not like overbearing. It's definitely there. I just don't, you know, you don't feel it as much as the Ridge Racer. So it's definitely been toned down. But the gameplay is so fast pace, and it's pretty fun. I mean, out of all the arcades that my family and friends do play, Fast and the Furious is one of the ones that they really enjoyed, especially when you link them up. And I almost didn't get the second one. I bought the first one, got it set up, and then I really wanted another one, so I got the second. And when they're linked up with Ethernet straight to the router, I mean, there's no lag whatsoever. It works great. So definitely happy about these. I got the pedals upgraded as well. And yeah, it's definitely, in my opinion, a better quality build. I mean, the Ridge Racer is fun as well, but all of them are better than the Outrun, obviously, because that one was just such a basic. I will say the steering wheel is actually a little, I would say, stiffer on the Fast and the Furious as well. Let's see. Very similar to Ridge Racer, but definitely a lot more defined. Like you can actually feel it when you turn, and it does come back to its original position as well. So pretty happy with it. Now I will say I'm a little sad that I did not get the upgraded marquees um, when I built these. So I probably will get some because these do not look that great, in my opinion. Some of the marquees that they've come out with have looked really well. Comparatively, I mean, I did upgrade the marquee in my NFL Blitz, so it's a little more defined. My Burger Time got upgraded, and Marvel vs. Superheroes. The Joust one actually didn't even need to be upgraded. It actually looks really good. I believe Mortal Kombat was also pretty good. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, Joust. I mean, that thing looks so clean. Like this is stock mark. It is really nice. And the Mortal Kombat as well. I mean, there's no bleed through of any sort, so I think they did a really good job with that. So also, not arcade related, but something that I've been getting into lately is statue collecting. So I don't know if you or anybody you know has any statues. I started to collect a couple. I got a Venom and Carnage so far, and I got a huge Superman versus Doomsday statue that's almost 200 pounds. That's coming next week, and I'm trying to figure out where to put it. I'd really like to put them down here, but there just absolutely isn't any room. So I'm thinking maybe somewhere upstairs, like where I put my other statues. So in the living room. Yeah, yeah. The Venom and the Carnage statues, they're pretty nice, but they're pricey. I mean, when I see the prices of A1UPs, like the 750 for the time prices, to me was like it sucks because it should have been less, but at the same time, it's like yeah, I'm spending 600 something on a statue that looks pretty awesome. That actually statues will maintain their value as well. So who knows how many I'm going to get? I may have to get a room later devoted just to them, but it's definitely going to be an expensive hobby. I think even more expensive than collecting arcade one-ups, and maybe not as expensive as pinballs, but just to put into comparison, Superman versus Doomsday was almost $3,000. So um, it's definitely in the realm of expensive luxury toys. That's for sure. So I'll definitely do a video of that one when I unbox it. And I don't know where I'm going to put it. It actually has 3 boxes when it comes. And we'll have to see. I think I'm going to get a shelf and put it on it and everything. So, but, well, thanks for joining me, James. I'm going to get this Casinocade situated in its location over here where the popcorn machine is and kind of get it all set up and probably play a little bit, go upstairs and relax. My back's hurting a little bit, but thanks for joining the stream. Hopefully, later on, people will be able to join, or more people will be able to join up and see as I start getting more. I'm really hoping to have a pretty good stream whenever I get that Venom pinball machine. So it's going to be a pretty big deal. I'm going to try and talk to some of the other big YouTubers and get that Venom pinball review done as well. So, but all right, man, you have fun on the arcade, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully on the stream. Whenever I do one, I'll probably try and throw some more videos up. It's been a long time, but like I said, I've been doing school and work and overtime and got a family, and it's just not as much time as I'd hope to actually get doing videos and all that stuff. So hopefully I'll get some more going on here, and it'll be a little break once I move, but I'll definitely be active with everybody as much as I can. So, but thanks for joining, man. Hope you have a good night.